It's good, folks. Quick, apologize. One second. Good evening. All right. We've been putting up with a lot from the Swedish government over the past, 5 to 10 years. In general, the Swedish government has been a very unfriendly government to the United States. We call them an ally, but it doesn't really feel like a very strong alliance. For example, the Swedish government was the only European government to recognize Palestine as a state, contrary to the requests of Israel. There are a number of problems with this. One, the Palestinian state in Gaza has not renounced terrorism. And two, it essentially imposes a settlement on the Israelis via diplomatic recognition, especially given that they have been the non-antagonist in that situation. Seems wrong to me. Smith Radio's here, what's up? He also said that the stabbing attacks in Palestine didn't count as terrorism. He indulged Ali Khamenei. There are amazing photos of him after President Trump pulled out of the Iran deal. In February 2017, the Prime Minister of Sweden sat down with Ali Khamenei, the leader of Iran, to talk about how bad the United States was. Somebody says that they think I probably have the best bass singing voice. You would be correct about that. So, what did Carpe say? I missed Carpe's comment. I'm scrolling up. I can do this. Hold on. Carpe's here. Did Carpe say something about my shirt? Yes, children should not be executed even if they are murderers in Beach Bar. I'm sorry, that was really funny. Anyway, free ASAP Rocky. But you got to understand, it's not clear that we have an obvious way to do that outside of toppling the Swedish government. So I have a modest proposal. I believe that the authoritarian Swedish regime has gone too far this time. It has demonstrated that it believes, for some bizarre reason, that it has the authority and is justified in provoking the United States. And given, as Jack Kosovic says, that Sweden is in fact a failed state, it's time. Hashtag regime change for Sweden. It has zero legitimacy. No legitimacy. This is not a legitimate government. Not anymore. It is a regime in control of vast amounts of natural resources and with the willingness and apparent desire to defy the United States and its arsenal for freedom. Carpe says, send in the Clinton Foundation. That might be equally effective. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure that we shouldn't just simply invade. Now, real talk. It's actually really unjust, I think, what's happening to ASAP Rocky. I'm just saying, I saw those videos. Dude was clearly provoked into a fight by the nominal victims in this case. And I do think that, if you're just beating somebody up as a result of self-defense, even in America, I think that would probably qualify as self-defense, even under kind of very liberal things. Because my understanding of the rule of self-defense is, once the threat's been neutralized, if it has in fact been neutralized, then you can get in trouble for continuing to kick, right? It's kind of one of the reasons the Proud Boys got in trouble in the fight in New York. But in general, though, you have to take into account when somebody actively provokes a fight, and it's the kind of situation where you would decline a prosecution. Moreover, even if you wouldn't decline a prosecution, they're holding without bail. What on earth is going on, guys? You can make a phone call. The idea that there should be no political discussion at all when a famous person is being held without bail in a foreign country, that seems weird to me, especially when you're talking about America. What on earth is happening, guys? The idea they're well, our judiciary is completely independent and politicians have no ability to do anything. It's sometimes politicians should do things because you created a diplomatic incident. Your prosecutors have created a diplomatic incident, guys. Maybe you should fix that. And he says, IKEA sucks. Tariffs on anything IKEA. Indeed, we've been allowing these Swedish manufacturers to undercut our good American companies with impunity. Impunity. Ridiculous. It's time, guys. Hashtag regime change for Sweden in the chat. Right? If you guys believe, like I do, that the Swedish government needs to be brought to heel, that Prime Minister Stefan Löfven, I thought it was like Stefan Lovren, like the Liverpool defender, but it's Stefan Löfven. I think it's time. It's time. It doesn't have to be this way. ASAP Rocky could be free with some regime change. Hashtag regime change Svenska. That's very good. I like it. Hashtag regime change for Sweden. I'm loving it. Love it in the chat. He says I take Israeli money. That's so funny. You're blocked. Paula agrees with Raheem on this. Well, you're both wrong. It's not the first time Raheem's been wrong, and it won't be the last. Sorry. Hashtag regime change for Sweden. Yeah, Chris has got it. Wall around Sweden, please. Need to contain it. Clearly, their governance has a lot to be desired. What is Sweden trying to prove to the world? Good question. The question is, what are the Swedish prosecutors trying to prove to the world? Swedish prosecutors were way out of line on Assange, and they're way out of line this time. Raheem deleted it? Oh, he got bullied into deleting it. That's awesome. I love it. He got bullied into deleting it. Yeah, that was a bad tweet. That was a bad tweet from Raheem. Hashtag regime change for Sweden in the chat. Regime change for Sweden is a far more reasonable and measured response to this provocation than any sort of other response. You can lock up Swedish chef, use as a bargaining chip. I think that's an interesting tactic, John. I think that's not bad at all. In all seriousness, this is ridiculous that the Swedish government is doing this, and it is. It's awesome that Trump is actually doing this. Hold on, I saw a troll. Somebody says tariffs are a more likely solution. Sure, yeah, I mean, fine. If we're not going to just invade the country and free the prisoner, which I still say is the optimal solution here. Fine. Sanctions. We'll just sanction Sweden until they stop doing this. Sanction relies on its oil exports. It's a natural resource-driven economy. So sanctions should hit them where it hurts. Somebody says, isn't Islam running the show in Sweden? I don't think it's necessarily running the show, but it's certainly they have a lighter touch. And it's really, I think, self-justification here. They're trying to justify why. Yeah, Sweden has a feminist government. That's true. They all, Sweden indulges Iran nonstop, guys. Like, you should look into that. They are not friends of the United States. They are friends, and they're not friends of Israel. They are friends of Iran, and they are antagonistic towards us, frankly. Like, this is a very, very fickle ally, if it is that. Somebody says, yeah, tariffs until the Swedish krona is toilet paper, then send krona to Venezuela. Problem solved. Very good, Aaron. That's very good. Oh, yeah. Kick him out of NATO. Kick Sweden out of NATO. Kick Sweden out of NATO. Sweden is a rogue state. Kick it out of NATO. Indeed. Regime change for Sweden. The Norwegian government is perfectly willing and capable of stepping in and providing much more responsible governance to the territory of Sweden. I'm sure there are no issues there whatsoever. Sounds good. Sweden's not a part of NATO, really? Is that true? Sweden, NATO. Sweden isn't in NATO. It's neutral. And what? Sweden's not in NATO. Yeah. Okay. Well, in that case, they're not a NATO member, so whatever. Regime change then. It's already done. Don't have to worry about them being in NATO because they're not in NATO. I did not know that. Thank you, guys. Sweden doesn't fight wars. Good. That means they won't be ready to defend themselves against a regime change war. It's all fun and games when you detain American citizens over BS until the special forces start showing up. Can't wait till SEAL Team 6 is there to liberate ASAP Rocky. What? Trump doesn't play. Yeah, somebody says, start out sarcastic, now it's serious. They're not in NATO. Let's go. Liberate Sweden from its socialist authoritarian leaders. Indeed. Are they in league with Russia? Why haven't they joined the Atlantic Alliance? A good question. We'll take all the Swedish refugees that we want. That's perfectly fine. We'll open up an exception to the refugee policy for the beautiful, beautiful Swedish women. That's fine. It's fine. Not a problem there. Sweden allowed the Nazis to move troops between Norway and Finland. Yeah, weird. Weird. Volvo does make terrible cards. They're ugly and boxy. They're inflicting aesthetic damage on all of us. Takes the women, yes. We're not the authoritarians, though. These are the authoritarians. We're there to bring liberty to ASAP Rocky. And to appropriate the oil. Liberty for ASAP Rocky, appropriation for the oil. Bam. Done. Done, 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 done. IKEA is an abomination. Indeed. Gotta stop the undercutting, guys. Competes with our products from impunity. ABBA's trash. And, lots of steel. Indeed. Men too. Ooh, some people like the Swedish. See, they're very handsome. I don't know though. I mean, I'm not impressed with the Swedish men right now. They seem to be willing to detain ASAP Rocky. So I got called like an Israel funder earlier, and now I've got somebody calling me like a poor war lover and racist. I don't know, man. I can't please everybody. I guess I don't know. Better for Sweden to take our criminals, take pressure off the U.S. criminals. That's nonsense. ASAP Rocky did nothing wrong. I don't know. All these 80s kids thinking ABBA's great. Whatever. Yeah, Sweden's grifters. That's right. Send Beto to negotiate. True. Can we send Beto and keep him there? We'll trade you Beto for ASAP. Okay? You can keep Beto. Do what you want with him. It's fine. It's wacko. But give us ASAP back. Makes good music. I like his stuff. I liked his. I don't know. When's his latest album? I think it was like an earlier one that I really liked. Like we should rock out to some good ASAP stuff. Boom. ASAP Rocky. Hold on. Okay. He's we should listen because it is that day, right? It is that day. Okay, yeah, I like his 2013 album, Long Live ASAP. It's a good song. It's a good song. It's not a bad song. It's a good song. Somebody says he's a lousy citizen. No, he makes good music, man. I love the song. This beat, man. Whoever did this beat is really good at their stuff. Should Trump post an ASAP video? Yes, that is a fantastic idea. Absolutely, Trump should post an ASAP video. Somebody said I thought you were a conservative. I am a conservative. What's not conservative about toppling the Swedish authoritarian regime? Paul's actually a human events contributor, so that was a little bit over aggressive, Ricky. Oh, does he mix his own beats? No shit. See, a man this talented claims Casino did the beat. Okay, I'm glad that I have people who know what's up in the chat. That's good. Somebody says, don't go neocon on us. Well, what's the problem? I don't understand. Why is it bad? Sweden's a failed state and would benefit from the strong hand of American leadership. I fail to see the issue. It's not a bad idea that Carpe do that. Be good. There's some meme-tastic opportunities here, I think. Fascinating. I did not know this. Swexit. Yeah, just call it Swexit. Who cares? Oh no, I unmuted Carpe? Carpe's muted? Oh no. Hold on. Guest list. Back. I don't know how to do that. Shit. Oops, my bad. I'm going to start sketching because I can. Sorry. Carpe. My bad. Sorry, bro. My bad. All right. I'm done with that. That was fun. I know, yeah. Carpe clearly not feeling the love. Sorry, bro. Pat, when in the course of human events becomes necessary to free Sweden. Indeed, indeed. It's a great song. This is Fashion Killa by ASAP. Listen to this beat, man. It's chill. I don't really know that much about Bone Thugs. Thanks for hanging out with me on this lovely Thursday evening if you're enjoying this. .. Bottom right hand corner of your screen. The follow button gives you access to my fire hot takes whenever they come out, including, and if I've ever had a fire hot take, hashtag regime change for Sweden. I think that's a pretty fire hot take. Real talk. Have you? I mean, I've seen a few people on the board with hashtag regime change for Sweden come really smug, saying that they had the oil. Mikkel Crump is here. Indeed, Mikkel Crump had a good idea about like having a joint raid between Norway and Finland in order to launch an effective regime change intervention. So that's what's going on. It's good. Smart while you're walking your dog. Somebody says, your voice not clear. My voice should be clear. Regime change for Sweden. And they fixed the sound recently on Periscope. So that's a good thing. But yes, no, I mean, it's like I don't understand what the arguments are against regime change for Sweden. I think it's very clear. Very clear. Super Scope. Thank you. I appreciate it. I've had a fun one too. The Swedes will greet us as liberators. Very good, Louis. Yes. There's so much little functionality about Periscope that is like not as good. Yes. Hashtag regime change for Sweden. That's what I want to see in the chat right there. Hashtag regime change for Sweden. I look like a young, erudite Tom Brady. That's a hell of a compliment, Pat. Just settle down. Just settle down. Liberate Sweden doesn't indicate that it's not as catchy. It's not as catchy. You got to get that regime change in there. Dude, if Trump did a Periscope about Free Rocky, it would break the internet. It would. He should totally do that. He's already got he nearly got 1 million likes on the tweet about freeing ASAP in the first time. Mikkel speaks truth, man. I think Trump's people have done Periscope. I don't know if Trump himself had done it. Please don't. It's a joke. And it'd be funny. If they tried to make this a meme, that would be hysterical. That would be hysterical. Cass is here. Cass. We know that Sweden is not your favorite country in the world. Sweden was very, very mean to Julian Assange. Now, I realize the Trump administration has been mean to Julian Assange as well, but we're going to leave that aside for the moment. Hashtag regime change for Sweden. That's my modest proposal. It's my modest proposal. I'm floating the idea out there. What do you guys think? I realize, Cass, you're not a neoconservative, so it might not be the right move for you. Cass is in. Yes, Cass is in. Cass is in. We're good. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Hashtag regime change for Sweden. Ricky found it. Carpe is unmuted. Thank you. Sorry about that, Carpe. My bad. Let's do this. Guns up. Let's do this. Leroy, regime change for Sweden. Somebody says, I know it's a joke, but Dems will make a thing of it. Let them. This is the low ground for them. Trust me. Trust me. Trust me. They won't be able to do anything with it. It's too absurd. You can't do things. It's too absurd. Hashtag free Carpe. Hashtag free Carpe. Carpe is freed. My bad, bro. I'm sorry. I got a little too quick on that mute button. Get ASAP ASAP. Free ASAP ASAP. See, we're all about freeing people here. We're about freeing ASAP Rocky from Swedish prison with a military intervention, and we're about freeing Carpe Diem from his mute purgatory with somebody scrolling up in the chat. Swedes know how to fight? Do they though? Really? Really? I don't know, man. Pat's killing it in the comment. The case for liberating Sweden. I should make that case. Write a whole book. Bring our Americans home with military force. SEAL Team Mod Ricky. Yeah, all that talk about a non-political judiciary sounds fun and good until SEAL Team 6 shows up at the courthouse, wants to say hi. Do have to do it in summer. It'd be too cold. Oh, man. The fun one. Hashtag regime change for Sweden. Number 4. Shorter. Right. They have Gustafsson. Gustafsson can fight. Even I know that's wrong. Hit them with the memes, indeed. Hit Sweden with the memes. All right, I think that's good. I think we've done a good one here. This has been fun. I've enjoyed this one. Hope you have too. It's been a chill one. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you all soon. Peace.